In 2001, the city took a lead role in the cultural arts of the region by establishing the Cultural Arts Division within the Parks Department. Recently, the division had begun investigating the possibility of acquiring and displaying public art, and they needed some help.
Several years ago, Councilmember Mack had had talked to me about possibly seeing what we could do to kind of up the ante as far as public art goes, and we decided to take some money from the OCVB and put together a study through VIA, which was a company based here in St. Louis that dealt with public art. One of the components of the plan was to establish kind of a cultural arts board, so that's how it came about. The basic function of this committee as established in the final report was just as an advisory committee that will advise staff, meaning me, on not just public art, but do exhibits, anything art related. Eventually it will get into performing arts where we can go to them and say, hey, these are the plays we're going to do, so they can advocate for us and so that they can also help do some fundraising so that they can work with the economic development team in working and partnering with businesses that may want to get involved in the public art program.
It became quickly apparent the scope of this body wouldn't be limited to public art displays.
The choosing of the word, of the definition cultural arts as opposed to just an art commission was exactly the point that we want to develop. It's not just about art, and people tend to think of art as paintings or sculpture. We want this to be a culture of creativity that's fostered up within the community and is represented with help of the city, for our constituents and guests and people who visit. So it's about the whole developing an identity as a culture. We've got parks, we've got everything else, but we also have this cultural aspect that encompasses a wide range of activities.
O'Fallon is familiar with taking the lead in decidedly unfamiliar ways.
Every city has parks, every city has recreation programs. Very few cities in the country have viable arts, theater, kids programming dedicated, to the community that's just strictly arts related. Even legitimizing it more by being a commission that's sanctioned by the city is just going to make it that much more durable as a function of the city that people are going to see, hey, this is great, we can't get this anyplace else.
The city is always looking for creative residents to help influence their cultural arts efforts. Here's how you can get involved.